why do you have to choose whether to do a provisional cast on or not? Well, basically because what's going to happen is you're going to knit these long stretches of stockinette, garter stitch, whatever it is in your pattern, and then you're going to want to figure out, well, they have to get put together. And so at some point, we're going to have to sew the two ends of them together to make a loop. This one's a little too long to make a whole circle for a rug. But I'll show you here, we'll be putting together end to end two pieces, and we'll have to join them. So if we started with a cast on and ended with a bind off, we're going to have to sew them together. There will be a fairly flat seam, but it does create a little bit of a seam allowance, so you might not like that. If you use provisional cast on and you don't bind off, you'd have live stitches on both ends. You could join with 3-needle bind off, which still creates a little bit of a seam you can feel, but you might not like sewing so much, so you might want to do it anyway. Or you can graft them with Kitchener stitch. I'll show you that next week. But if you graft it, it will be completely smooth and flat and invisible, and you won't have any ridge at all. So the choice is provisional cast on if you want to have a way to either knit or graft it together so you don't have any sewing and grafting is completely flat and smooth, or regular cast on, regular bind off, and you can sew the ends together. The traditional way was sewing, but there's no reason you can't update that if you do not want to have a seam where your pieces join together end to end.